Hey everybody, and welcome to Lucky X DP. I'm your boy Lucky.
I'm DP.
And today we have a review for you for the new film, The Lady in the Yard.
I believe it's The Woman in the Yard, but regardless, we'll continue.
She's a lady of sorts.
Of course.
So, before we go any further with this review, I just want to ask you guys to kindly please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified anytime we post any new content on our channel. Now, without further ado, here's the review for the film. I'm going to start us off here first, and for me, I want to let you guys know, spoilers ahead. We're going to be getting a little bit into it, but we're not going to give you too much because this film is an absolute joy to be on. This film shocked me to my core with how well it was, and truth be told, I think the curse is broken, DP. I really do. I think for the longest time, Insidious has been the staple of horror when it comes to PG-13 ratings, and for several years, there's been a lot of misses and not so many hits, as the movie Tarot kind of did, and several others that came before it and after. They just weren't up to par, but this film did an amazing job of taking the attention and really suffocating the air in a space. There were several people in this theater that were silent throughout the whole film. Before the movie started, this was a very rambunctious theater for some reason, and everybody was talking, everybody was running around and getting refills and talking about whatever on their phones. As soon as this film began, everybody shut up, sit down. It was completely quiet throughout the entirety of this movie, and that is absolutely a nod to this film's work and what it was able to do.
My portion that I'm going to talk about is just how beautifully done this movie does at showing mental health, where all this is happening. You don't know whether Ramona, the mother, is schizophrenic or she's like having just these random illusions, or if it's all real. But it plays a really good, deep part of just trying to acknowledge that depression is real, anxiety is real. There are multiple scenes in this movie that shows death in its purest form, where she imagines killing her daughter, etc., and just imagines that everything would be better for them if she's gone. So then it just does a really amazing depiction of showing that anxiety, that depression, and suicide is a real thing. And clearly she needed help after losing her husband in a car wreck that honestly was a bit confusing, but nonetheless, I think it just made the movie even deeper and darker than what we were intending for it to be, or rather what we were expecting it to be. Now, our review right here, we are going to switch up a bit of our rating system to something a little bit more appropriate. So we are going to have a rating system of 1 through 5 nines. 5 being good, 1 being just complete dog water. I would say that I give this movie at least a 4.5 knives. What do you think, Lucky?
Yeah, DP, I'm going to have to agree with you on this. I'm going to give this film 4.5 knives as well. And the last thing that I really wanted to touch on that I didn't touch on before is I turned to DP during this film towards the ending, and I said, if this movie sticks to the landing, this is such a high quality film.
Agreed.
And the ending did. And this is something that we're not going to disclose is what happened in the ending, but there's a lot of openness to it, and there's an obvious kind of notion that there won't be a second film. And I love the fact that the director and the cast really throughout this movie made it kind of feel like this was for people who struggle, and this is all about how difficult the healing process is. At the end of the film, they posted the suicide hotline number. Fascinating.
Honestly, go watch this movie. It's definitely really good. It's quite amazing, and it's very intense and scary for a PG-13 movie. It pushes the boundaries just like Insidious did. So if you liked Insidious, watch this movie. Now, that's all we can say for now. We want you guys to check out the movie for yourself. Don't forget to de-stress,
Progress,
and let your mind rest. This movie does a really good job at depicting that. So listen to how you're feeling, and this movie does a really good job at it. So if you're interested, check it out, and we'll see you in the next one.
and we'll post the hotline links below. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Good night.